3. October 2021. Hers was an icy love that purged, sharp as mint, the years of hostility that had built a tall pyre in his heart. A love comforting and alien, the nights of Neptune, the heart on Pluto. Who could know it? He hated to drink, hated the burn in his chest, and coffee was better anyway. But in her, he could release himself to the intoxication of her moon-scented beauty. She first appeared to him in an Annandale pub, October 2021, the furthest he'd travelled since the pandemic-enforced lockdowns were lifted, after some 4 months of isolation. It was strange to see so many people gathered in mirth, stranger still that this dusky jewel would put aside the time to speak with him of all people. Your parents called you Locrian? They must have had a hippie phase, I guess. Why not Dorian? It's right there as a legitimate boy's name, and still musical. That's what I've always said. But hey, Lockie is pretty normal. But who'd want to be normal, right? I think an ordinary name can lead people to have ordinary expectations of themselves. Ooh, deep. But not yours, she teased. That's from a movie. He stuttered. That stop-motion movie. God, what was it called? I know. I'll call you Mr. Flat 5. That most dissonant of musical modes, Locrian, the tritone against the tonic. This girl must know her stuff. You play? Not so much anymore, she said. I burnt my hands a while back, and I can't fret the strings too well. Guitar? I only know a few chords. I was always more piano. And hey, why flat 5? I think I'd prefer sharp 4. Nope, she smiled. That would be me. I'm Lydia. He rolled his eyes. Lydian mode. You're joking, right? Far prettier than my namesake. Naturally, but still nice and unstable. Let me get you a drink, he laughed. You wouldn't know what to order. I prefer my coffee, but I'll get you whatever you want. Then I'll join you. Something with milk though, please. It wasn't a traditionally Australian custom to have coffee in the evening, really more of a European thing, and some of the more rowdy locals might have sniggered behind their beers at that fancy fella over there with his coffee. Locrian couldn't care less though. He was used to being a bit of an outcast, and happy enough to be amongst the commotion of the busy pub after so long indoors alone. The band had started their set, belting out some Powderfinger songs, and now moved on to an old Nick Cave tune. Those who preferred sport glued their eyes to the television screens showing a rugby league match, where the Kangaroos were smashing some team Lockie didn't recognise. He'd come alone, and wasn't sure why. Surely after such a long time spent social distancing, he'd have craved the company of his few mates. But no, he couldn't do that yet. Better to ease himself back into the whole friends thing. He'd always struggled to make and keep them. Okay, the bartender swung by. 2 coffees. 1 for you, sir. Thanks. And 1 for your imaginary friend. Steady on. The bartender had left before Locrian could properly register the insult. He looked over to Lydia and tried to laugh it off. Is it that unbelievable that a woman like you would sit with me? What kind of woman would that be? Locrian blushed. Oh, come on, he stammered. Relax, Mr. Flat 5. Still not sure about that nickname. No more confusing than spelling Smith with a Y. I didn't tell you my last name. Lucky guess. Ordinary name. We're talking an awful lot about me, said Locrian. What about you? Are you here with your friends? A partner? Nope. Just wanted to get out of the house. The most exciting thing that's happened to me in the last 4 months was Auntie Gladys dropping by on the daily. Lockie laughed. Yep, that's a sad routine that I think we all did. Watching the Premier announcing how many new sick people we had in the state. My friends would message the group chat, how many cases today? Or, more importantly, what colour coat would she wear today? Blue coat meant good news. Of course, she was Lib. Can't be seen wearing that nasty Labour red. Lydia laughed in turn. You're a funny one, Mr. Flat Five. But what's your wife going to think when she hears you've been flirting with girls at the pub? No wife, said Locrian. And is this flirting? You approached me. You invited me to sit down. He took a sip of his espresso. Nope, 33, no wife as of yet. 33 and a half if you want to get into semantics. Jesus was dying for our sins at this age. What am I doing? You're sitting here talking to me. Then I guess miracles do happen. Shit, that was truly awful. It was, she smiled. If that's your best, definitely better to say you aren't flirting. His heart was racing. What was it his father said about something being too good to be true? He tossed back the last of his coffee, but realised that wouldn't quell his rapid heartbeat. Are you going to drink your coffee? He asked. After you, dear, she said. Milk coffee is always better taken after the shot. Right. So I found you here alone too. What about your family? Friends? City's back open? Dad's down south, he said. My sis is in Adelaide. Haven't seen her for a few years now. And doesn't look likely soon either with the borders closed. It's stupid, right? We're a giant island. Why close off parts of it? Yep. Well, borders won't stay closed forever. She had finished her coffee and now stood up. How about I be your stand-in friend until then? She was leaving. He had to do something before she slipped from his grasp forever. Okay. How will I find you? On the socials, Mr. Flat Five. Look me up. I'll be around town as well. You'll see me. Locrian watched her leave, sauntering unhurried between the pub patrons who paid her no mind. For the first time since he couldn't remember when, he felt an immediate pull to another human being. He had to see her again, even if it forsook every other relationship he'd ever had.